Okay, so it's the day of the class. What do you need to do? Keep it simple, my friends. That's what we're here to talk about today. So, you are hosting these people in your home so that they can connect with this information. They are here to learn. So, keep your spread simple. Basically, we just recommend having some water and glasses that they can drink out of because we don't drink the citrus oils out of plastic, and we want them to get to try internal use of these oils. That's one of the most unique things about them. So you're going to have lemon or tangerine or grapefruit that they can try inside of their water. So you just need water and glasses that they can drink out of and some type of finger food. Literally keep it as simple as possible. It is not, you're not here to put on a buffet for them. Okay. So we're providing this learning environment so that they can come and learn some tools that can help bring some solutions to needs in their life. The wellness advocate who shared the oils with you is going to be the one teaching the first couple classes. Eventually, you're going to learn the skill and you're going to pick it up and start teaching them yourself because we say the same thing at every intro class. Like after the third one, you're going to be like, I could do this. Okay. But for the first few, you don't have to worry about it. So your job is to open up your home and invite your friends in. Remember to send that 2-day before text and the 2-hour before reminder. And you have chairs. Have chairs for them to sit on. Try to provide as much of an uninterrupted environment as possible. So have the pets outside, have the kids entertained so that there's not as many distractions. That helps create a really peaceful environment. And they're going to get to try oils on that day and smell them, and they're going to be passing it around, and they are going to leave feeling great. So one of the things that is fun for you to do is kind of just remind your friends to gauge how they're feeling when they walk in. How did you feel arriving today? Are you stressed? Are you tired? Because when you leave here, you are going to feel so much better than when you came. And that's why I'm so excited that you took the time out to be here today. And then the other thing that you're going to want to do is what we call edify your presenter. So you're going to want to introduce this person that they don't know to them so that they understand why they're there and what they're going to be doing for them today. So a little bit about their background does not have to be extensive. This is 3 to 4 sentences. But it's just meet my friend Sylvia. She's a mom of 2 girls. She lives around the corner. She's been using these oils for 2 years, and she's the one that helped me with my headaches and my stomach aches. That's it. And then she starts teaching. But it just kind of creates that segue for this person that they don't know to start introducing them to a new concept that they can be adopting for natural solutions in their home. So you edify the presenter, and then at some point during the presentation, your wellness advocate is going to tell you when they want to work it in. Could be at the beginning, it could be at the end, but you're going to want to share your story. And your story is what made you put on this class? What made you decide to call up all your friends and invite them to come over? There's something that did. It was some experience you had with doTERRA. It was some ailment that you've looked for answers for months or years that you found a solution for in doTERRA. That's the solution and the story that you want to share with these people. And so ahead of time, before the class, you want to practice that a little bit. And your wellness advocate can help you do that. That's one of the things that we love to do is help you hone in on your story, because sometimes we forget the most amazing pieces. They're going to be like, don't you remember you had that migraine? You were in bed for 2 days and I dropped off this oil and it went away. That's the story you need to share with them, or whatever your story is. But you're just going to want to kind of have your story dialed in. It's a 1-minute story, maybe 2 minutes, that you can share with your friends. Because what this does is, even though it may not be the same ailment that they're dealing with, it might not be the same issue that they're working on, it gives people hope. So in my experience, when I was introduced to the oils, somebody shared an oil for me when I had a migraine going on. And my migraines were bad. It was the only prescription I took at the time because they were so bad. Over-the-counter stuff didn't work for them. And when the oil worked for my migraine, I was amazed. I really was, because at first I laughed at the girl. I was like, oh, sweetie, your oil is cute, but I'm on a hardcore prescription for my migraines. They're so bad, but I'll try it. And I tried it and it worked. While I was thrilled about that, and I was, because who likes having a migraine? Nobody. What was a bigger deal for me was I was thinking of my husband because he had severe digestive issues that were out of control, that we had been to all the doctors, all the referrals. He'd been scoped. We had done we had done everything that I knew of at the time, and he was only getting worse. And so what it did for me, when I saw that it could help my migraine, my thought was, what if it could help him with what he has? Like, this could save his life. And so as you're telling your story, even though it might not be something that they are dealing with, they're going to be like, wow, if it could help her with this, like maybe it could help me with this thing. And so that's the purpose of this story. And that's what you want to be talking to them about. Okay, so during the presentation, you've opened up the space, you've shared your story, you've edified the presenter. You want this to be fun. Just create like a fun, easygoing environment. This is super, like, our classes are easy. There is no pressure. There's no high pressure sales at the end. We're just there to facilitate. Basically, we cut the learning curve. So we tell people what the oils are, where they came from, how they work in the body, why doTERRA is unique and special. And then at the end, we sit down with them and say, hey, tell me what's going on. All, based off of my experience and the amazing books that we have, we'll come up with a list of things that I know could help you. And then, you get what you want. And so there's no high pressure sales. But one thing that I will caution you of, because we've seen this happen, and it really blows like the whole evening, is if you get in the way of the sale. And it comes from a good place. It comes from, we get nervous and we think about our friends and we get worried about spending their money all of a sudden. And so you'll say, you don't have to buy anything. Like, you can just come and, you don't have to get anything at the end. And it's a nice gesture, but it's really not, because the reason they're there is because they've got something going on. They've now just spent probably 45 minutes learning and taking in new information. If they leave with nothing, then what do they have? They have nothing. They have nothing on the way to them. They'll forget about this stuff. They have no solutions that are going to be showing up to their doorstep. And so we don't want to get in the way of that process. So if you feel compelled to say anything, just zip it. Don't say anything. Just let the wellness advocate do their job. Let them get oils into these people's home. The goal of doTERRA is putting a healer in every home. We can only be a healer if we have the tools. So we don't want to get in the way of the process. So when the class is done, the wellness advocate is going to go around and sit down with everybody and go through their needs and then match them up with the products that would be best to get started with. It would be great if you could go around and sit down and kind of listen and start picking up on this and what they're doing. You can also take care of your other guests who are there, but just don't get in the way of that process. Don't interrupt them. Don't think about their budget for them. Those are the kind of things that can kind of halt the flow and stop the progression. So your job is just to sit and learn, because eventually you're going to be doing this yourself. So those are the biggest tips I have for the class. Let me see if there's anything else. Just remember, the first time people experience oils, it's magical. It really is. It's a fun experience. Bring that energy into it. All the heavy lifting is pretty much done by the oils. Their mood is going to be shifting. Their neck's going to be feeling a little bit better. They're breathing in the lemon while they're drinking it. They're feeling happier. It's a great experience, and you're going to have so much fun. So just sit back and enjoy, my friends.